Sports City, chefs, Sports City, chefs. Yeah. Cavi, Taj.
What's going on, Sports City? It's your boy Sirius back with another edition of Finger Foods, an exclusive here on Sports City Chefs and SportsCityChefs.com. As I customly say before we get started, if you're not currently a subscriber, I would definitely urge you guys to become a subscriber. Hit that post notification and that bell and be notified every time we post right here on YouTube. We are also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So if you like the content that you hear on a regular basis, I would definitely urge you guys to become a subscriber. For those of you guys that know me, know I pull no punches, I spare no feelings, and I shoot straight from the hip. Also, these thoughts and these feelings are those of my own and do not represent the Los Angeles Chargers, the Pittsburgh Steelers, or Sports City Chef as a company. Coming out of this weekend's game, as the Steelers drop a close one, 37-41, I'm furious. And it's going to be very easy for people who don't dive deep into the game to sit there and look at the popcorn, if you will, and say, well, because they didn't have TJ Watt on defense and Minkah Fitzpatrick was out to COVID and Joe Hayden was out to a hurt groin, that the Steelers get a pass for how they played on defense. And I refuse to give them a pass for how they played on defense. If this game was void of splash on the defensive side of the football and we just got outmanned, outclassed, you know what? I would tip my cap to the LA Chargers for just figuring it out. And again, I will give credit where credit is due. I mean, the Chargers played one hell of a game, and I commend them for that. But the amount of missed tackles that I saw at SoFi Stadium on Sunday night was flat out disgusting. I don't care if you're a second round player. I don't care if you're a bench guy. I don't care if you don't see the field as often. The fundamental traits to play the position at this level were significantly lost on Sunday night. Austin Eckler is one hell of a back. I tip my cap to him. But the fact that he made James Pierre and Terrell Edmonds look like they were peewee football players on his way to one of his 4 touchdowns is flat out disgraceful. The fact that we missed rushing assignments and gap integrity and had a quarterback run down the field for a tune of 90 yards rushing is disgraceful. Justin Herbert did whatever the heck he wanted when he wanted to get it done. And ironically, it was primarily on third downs. Coach Tomlin talks about those weighty moments when you need to make those big-time plays. There were none to be made on the defensive side of the football. And again, I refuse to subscribe to the notion that because Minkah Fitzpatrick was out and all those other guys were out, that would have made that big of a difference. The men in hats represent the Pittsburgh Steelers. We live and die by this mantra, the standard is the standard, and on Sunday night, that standard was not upheld. Offensively, I felt as though we were able to move the ball with quite success. Not too shabby for Ben Roethlisberger throwing 3 touchdowns and 273 yards after spending a week and some change on the COVID list. So I tip my cap to him. Deontay Johnson did whatever the heck he wanted to do. Again, I tip my cap to him, going for 7 for 101 and a touch. My man had 13 targets, so once again, Big Ben was peppering him with the football. Claypool chipped in, did what he could. I do think that Big Ben missed him on a touchdown there in the second quarter. I figured, if he put that ball in front of him, Claypool runs into the end zone instead of coming back and making a catch and setting up a first and goal situation there. Najee Harris wasn't able to run the football at all. I mean, he had 12 touches for 39 yards. And if it wasn't for the block punt, he wouldn't have gotten the end zone. I thought our offensive line, once again, was below the bar. And again, I tip my cap to the LA Chargers. They did some different things on the front. They did a couple stunts, and they moved Joey Bosa around a lot, which proved to be the deciding move late in that game when we tried to answer the Chargers touchdown late. But again, I tip my cap to these guys. They played a hell of a game. Coaching wise, again, Matt Canada, I want to salute you there. I do believe that we have to get out of this mindset where we run the ball every first down. But I did like the little bit of play calling that you executed, the jet sweeps and moving Ben's launching point and things of that nature. I would have loved to have seen a lot more screens. When it definitely became apparent that they weren't rushing to stop Najee, they were pass rushing. So I've a couple screens there and things of that nature, especially late. Would have definitely been something I would have loved to have seen. Maybe get Najee in open space and, you never know what happens. It was good to see Ebron back out there and, make his contributions, his 3 catches for 24 and a touch. I do think offensively there's something for us to build on here. I do believe that if we're able to score the ball like we were able to do against the LA Chargers going forward, that will put us in better position. I don't expect our defense to play this significantly bad going forward. Speaking about my defense, Devin Bush. It would not make me angry if you turned in your helmet and your jersey immediately. Through a season and a half, you have been a bust at the position. Now, I will say this, and again, I had this conversation with a fellow podcaster last week. It's very, very, very possible that we are holding you to the same standard that Shazier left. And so we're expecting you to be able to cover and make plays and space and things of that nature. But for as high as you were drafted for you to be playing as badly as you're playing, it's actually hurting us rather than helping us. If we felt that you were able to cover and play the position at a better clip, I don't think we would have made the trade to get Joe Schobert here. That's just keeping it all the way a buck. Alex Highsmith, I'm not too sure what happened to you yesterday. Again, I understand that being on the opposite side of TJ Watt, you get a lot more easier matchups, but this was a time for you to really step up and do some things, and you were gone. Yesterday, you did get, a sack and a couple of quarterback hits, but they were for naught, in my opinion. Trey Norwood, you're a rookie. Made some mistakes out there yesterday. Our secondary just got torched. Cam Sutton, you did get the pick, but again, our secondary was torched from Sutton to Trey, Edmonds, Arthur Millette, all of y'all to a man just got torched. I did want to tip my cap again to the LA Chargers. Keenan Allen, no endorsement from me. That dude is as good as advertised. I mentioned him last week when I broke down this game, preparing for this week. Austin Eckler, once again, is as good as advertised. Justin Herbert is as good as advertised. This might be a team we see later on down the road. Excuse me. We need to learn from this. We really do need to learn from this. I do appreciate the effort from the men. They didn't blink. We were down multiple scores late in that ball game and managed to come back and take a lead and give ourselves a chance to win it. I mean, at this point, all we wanted was an opportunity to win the ball game. And even with them going up late, and yesterday they scored that late touchdown to go up 41-37, we had a shot. And so the team didn't let go of the rope, so to speak, and gave us an opportunity. We just didn't take advantage of that. So I do like the fight from the guys. As I sat here on my couch and watched it, I started to gain confidence and started to gain a little more juice. And, seeing as many Steelers fans that was in SoFi Stadium was something spectacular. And I'm sure that emotion and that energy was the wave that the guys rode to claw back in that ball game. The block punt was huge. And I do commend, special teams coordinator, for calling that, and Killebrew for, making the play to get that block and set us up to potentially change the tide in that ball game. Coming out of that ball game, man, we're 5-4-1, and we, as Mike Tomlin would always say, we're in the kitchen next week on the road playing the Cincinnati Bengals team that came into our building and kicked our butts pretty handily early on in the season. My breakdown for the Cincinnati Bengals team is the same as it was back then. We have to be able to generate pressure. We have to not turn the ball over. And we have to protect our top. This is a team that really goes up top a lot. They have significant burners on the outside, and Jamar Chase, who is potentially running away with the Rookie of the Year award. They got Tyler Boyd there. CJ Uzomah at the tight end. Joe Mixon playing running back. Joe Burrow is able to maneuver around a lot with his feet, kind of like we just dealt with Justin Herbert. So the game plan is very, very simple. We need to keep our gap integrity, and get off the field on third down. We didn't. I don't think they punted one time. They may have punted one time yesterday. Unacceptable. With that being said, I thank you all for your time. If you're not currently a subscriber, I would definitely urge you guys to become a subscriber. We will be on the NFL Wrap-Up Show on Tuesday with myself and Barry the Villain. I do believe we have a free-for-all on Wednesday, kind of recapping everything and talking a little bit of basketball and things of that nature. Then we're back off until this cookout or the Sunday brunch, on Sunday. We want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Be safe. Enjoy the time with your friends and family. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. God bless.
Sports City,